Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones. We're going to be attacking this bandit hideout, and I'm actually going to be going in here completely solo. Yeah, completely solo, because I actually don't need to level up too many of my forces anymore, so me heading in there with any units at all is not really necessary, and it's actually going to be quite fun, in my opinion at least, because I actually find it quite fun to go in there solo and try to win. And obviously I have a bow now, so it's going to be even more fun to try and, you know, pull off these wonderful stealth attacks if I can actually make those work. Like that, for example. That was okay. That actually worked surprisingly well, because let's face it, you know me, I generally do tend to, well, miss, and then the entire camp knows I'm there, and then they go, oh yes, I should really kill that individual, shouldn't I? Oh, like for example this is not looking, oh, this is not looking good at all. Okay, let me just try to get some damage out. Oh wow, there we are, there's the headshot. Okay, just getting a bit more used to using zoom. I never use zoom usually, and I'm absolutely fine, so I should probably just leave it, you know. There we go, see, look at that. That's a lot easier. Look at that. See, headshots without zoom. Yeah, I'm just a lot better when I don't use the zoom function. I don't know what that is. That's kind of weird, because you're supposed to use the zoom function if you want to hit things from a distance, but for some reason it's just not my thing. I don't know. I've always, ever since I started actually playing Bannerlord, I thought to myself, yeah, you know what? I don't really like the zoom function that much, because it just doesn't really help you that much, and it seems to actually make your accuracy worse. Is that just me? I think that may be just me. I don't know, but it seems to make it worse, at least from my perspective. I mean, you can see here, look at that. I am literally hitting things with headshots. Obviously, I missed a couple of those, but that's neither here nor there, really. I mean, let's face it, I killed them, didn't take any damage. That's all that we really needed to do, right? Now, the main reason why I'm doing this is there is actually a quest I'm doing right now. Oh wow, that was vicious, wasn't it? Yes, anyway, there's a quest I'm doing right now to eliminate bands of brigands around this village. And the main reason why I'm doing this is literally just because I have nothing else to do, unfortunately. I have waited for quite some time. As you can see, it is the winter, 13th of winter, 312 actually. And that's quite significant, because I think we were in summer when we went, weren't we in summer or something like that? I'm not entirely sure how long it's been, but I've basically just been standing in Lordsport, not really doing much, because I have everything I need. I have money coming in, I have significant amounts of troops in my garrison, in my party. I've leveled up to the next clan tier as well, as you can see. I have basically just made it, by the way. We just made it by about 3 renown not so long ago. I am getting improvements to my town. My town is doing absolutely fine. And my faction is not really doing anything, which kind of, well, makes it a little bit sad, to be honest. I mean, basically what is happening is the twins is happening. That's basically what's happening there. So in other words, they are rebelling as they do, and then my forces or my faction, they're going and taking it back, and that's pretty much it. That is pretty much what is happening. So yeah, a bit unfortunate. I have been sporadically looking at the diplomacy screen as well, and the diplomacy screen doesn't seem to actually have anything of note in regards to support for any kind of war declaration. So that's going to be a bit of a problem in itself. Not sure how we're supposed to actually make that work, but, you know, it's literally one of those things where I think we'll probably have to just bite the bullet and take a massive influence hit. I'm going to assume that that is literally going to be the thing that we'll need to do, because otherwise we're probably going to be in a pretty much stagnant, static situation for the majority of the time, and I don't think there's anything else I can do about it, which is very sad, because I would love to have my faction actually start to be a bit more aggressive, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be happening right now, which is sad. As I say, I feel like it would be really, really cool if the Iron Islands could, you know, push out a little bit, maybe just cause some economic damage. I mean, basically, all we would need to do, we wouldn't even need to capture things, really. All we would need to do is basically just eliminate enemy vassals. That is literally the one strategy that I would recommend that we do. Because if you can eliminate enemy vassals and play a little bit more, just a little bit more carefully, you don't actually have to go all out. You know, you don't have to be super, super aggressive. You don't have to try and take this really big town nearby. You know, you don't have to do that kind of stuff. You can literally just be very tactical in your decision making. And unfortunately, of course, because the AI is not that amazing at its decisions, and generally it is going to think to itself, oh yes, I should definitely take this particular fief, and so on. You know, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's usually what they're going to do. However, from my perspective, what we really, really want to do is just farm renown. We just want to make our vassals stronger. So get renown, make them be able to field larger armies, and then from there, then you can launch those big attacks. Then you can actually do those kinds of insane bits of damage against the opponent. You know, those are the kinds of things that we really want to do. And also then, if you do eliminate a number of vassals, they're not going to have really high tier troops to fight either. So if they do come and attempt to attack you when you're trying to besiege something, for example, then you're going to have an easy time of defeating them. And then you can continue with your siege. That's the kind of thing that we really need to do. Now, one thing that I am going to try now is I am going to try and bite the bullet here. I'm going to just stand here for a little bit of time because I'm thinking that there might be some villagers or a caravan coming nearby. There's a caravan here. I need one from the north. There are some villagers, but I don't really want to attack villagers if I can help it. What do we have here? No, that's just someone giving that. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, so we actually missed the vote as well. Oh well, never mind. It's not really that big a deal. I don't have that much food actually, which might be a bit of a problem. Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to go very quickly over to 10 towers here, and then we're just going to literally buy a bunch of food. Going to get prepared for something, because you never know. Maybe we're actually going to be able to accomplish something really amazing here. Highly unlikely, but we'll try. Oh, hello there, sir. This guy's actually really, really good. I remember this fellow from a previous playthrough. He has really good scouting skills, you can see right there. So we might as well get him, right? We might as well get him. He's 32,000, which is not even that expensive, all things considered. You know, that really isn't that much. And let's actually just have a quick look. Okay, what does he actually have? Oh, he actually has good gear. Never mind. He actually has good gear. Whoa, okay. Does he have good riding skill? That's the question. Yes, he has 120 in riding skill, so I can probably give him something really, really cool. Let's give him this. We need to buy him a better horse armor, and there we go. All right, that's gonna be perfectly fine. This fellow and this fellow, okay, yeah, they're absolutely fine as well. Let's actually just equip them with some random stuff, and we are just going to make them into caravans. And someone actually said that I can give troops to caravans. I did not know this, so I'm actually going to be trying it out in just a second. Even if I'm not going to give them anything, I think it would actually be quite cool if we managed to do it. And there we go. We can actually just make this guy our scout. Look at that. 180 in scouting. What a crazy, crazy fellow he is. Alright, so we have actually one additional person that I need to get rid of here, unfortunately. So the Ironborn Spearman is going to be the one that I choose. And there we have it. Okay, so let's actually just have a look. There is my caravan. Let's actually speak to her. Hello there. Okay, let's test our skills. About your position in the clan. No, we need to talk business. What news of the markets? Okay, so I cannot actually give troops. I actually thought that it was not possible to give them troops, but someone said that you can. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should test it out and see exactly what's going on with that. I thought that was the reason why they actually give you the opportunity to give them better troops initially when you are hiring them. So it's good to know now that we've confirmed that you cannot give them anything, but, you know, it would have been nice, you know, it actually would have been very, very cool if we could have gotten some, you know, more elite troops for them. But obviously, you know, that's the whole reason for the 22,500 option, I suppose. Anyway, we are now going to make our way over to Greywater Watch. This is going to be the thing that we will attempt to besiege. Now, I'm very much hoping that there will be a caravan nearby. I mean, we could just attack this. We could just attack some villages. I don't really want to attack villages. That's the main problem here. I'd like to attack a caravan instead. So if we can actually get a caravan sighted here, I'll be pretty happy. We got more villagers coming in. Ugh. Okay, I'll try to find a caravan, I guess. Well, unfortunately, there only seems to be a handful of caravans from the Westerlands and the Reach passing by here. I'm not entirely sure why that is the case. I actually did go up a little bit more to the north and couldn't really find anyone there either. We do actually have a small level up from one of our children here, so we might as well just do that. Vigor and so on will be nice, as well as some control and intelligence. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Anyway, we are going to be attacking these fellows. Just go straight like that, and we are now going to have a criminal rating, of course. People are going to be really, really irritated with us as well, within my own faction. So I'm not that pleased that I have to do this, but this is literally the only way that I can declare war, because if we actually go to the diplomacy screen, I mean, I can show you if you want, but I mean, surely I think you can probably believe what I'm saying, but I will show you just because some people might not believe it. Anyway, here's the thing. Look at the support down here, right? So, Vale, 0%, Reach is 0%, everyone else 0% support, as you can see. Yeah, and so I thought, you know what? We might as well just attack the north. We'll try to do as much damage as possible to them. They have a very significant amount of people. They do have a massive amount of people. So it is going to be quite difficult for us to do anything here, but my people are already starting their armies, which is actually very good, and hopefully we'll be able to take this castle. If we can take the castle, then I'll be very, very pleased. If we cannot, then that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that, but at the very least, we will be able to bait a couple of people. Aha! Okay, here we go. We can actually bait some people into being attacked. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, I'm not going to duel or anything like that. That doesn't seem like a particularly useful idea. And getting staggered on foot. Do I care about getting staggered on foot? Yeah, I guess I kind of do. What about leadership? Okay, yeah, this could be kind of useful. Maybe. Yes, party size limit I think I will probably go for. Or, when troops in your formation, kill an enemy. This is actually fantastic. I think this is actually really good. In comparison to a 5-party limit, I think this is much, much better because we're going to be able to force the opponent into retreating just that much faster. I think that seems pretty good. Anyway, yeah, the only other way that I could probably make war relatively easily in comparison to how it is right now is if I could literally just became the leader of my own faction. That's the only way that I could do it, but I kind of wanted to stay in my own faction, in the Iron Islands faction, that is, because if I don't stay like that, then it's kind of like, well, what did I do all of the first episodes for? Why did I become a soldier of theirs? And, you know, it's kind of a themed series, you know what I mean? So I didn't really want to leave and do something completely different, because then that throws the theme of the series all the way off, and it's kind of a bit... I don't know, it just feels a bit sad. It just feels a bit sad to me to do that, but I don't know. In the future, I'll obviously do something a little bit more freeform, and a little bit more, you know, independent, I suppose. Because as it stands right now, I still want to stick with the Iron Islands. If they can actually get a foothold on the main land of Westeros, we might actually be able to do something quite cool. But as it stands right now, we don't really have... Yeah, we don't have much chance of that at the moment. Because the chance of it happening is very, very minimal. Because most of the time, all we're doing is focusing on keeping the twins under our control, fighting rebels and randomly over and over again. And while that is not that bad in regards to, you know, farming some renown and things like that, it's really not going to do much for us in the long run. It's really not. Like, yes, in the short run, sure, it's going to do okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to get us renown here and there. But most of the time, it's literally just not going to do much. It's just really quite useless. Because we lose control of the town. And it kind of makes me think maybe they pillaged the town every single time they took it. Because if they pillage the town every single time they take it, no wonder the loyalty is extremely low. You know, because it's literally just going to be them taking it, and obviously the rebels, once, that's the funny thing, I don't know whether you know this, but if a town rebels against the controlling faction, then their loyalty automatically spikes to like 100 or something like that. It just gets a massive, massive bonus. And upon taking it, then of course that loyalty starts spiraling all the way down really, really quickly again. So if you can prevent that from happening and you can kind of stabilize it, you can actually maintain a rather high loyalty pretty early on in the capture process. So there is something to be said for allowing a rebellion if you want that, because maybe the rebellion happens and then all of a sudden you find yourself, oh, look at that, my fief actually has a pretty, you know, pretty decent loyalty level. And you wouldn't have been able to do that otherwise, potentially. You know, those are the kinds of things that you can try to do. And that's very, it's very possible. You know, I'm just saying, it's very possible that you can maybe do something like that in comparison to struggling, you know, just struggling to keep those loyalty levels high. And, you know, obviously that's very much dependent on a wide variety of other factors and circumstances and so on and so forth. Like, for example, let's say that your fief is coming under attack all the time, you know, because if it's coming under attack, then you may have some issues in general, you know, that's going to be a bit problematic. Anyway, we're going to be taking her prisoner, of course. I mean, why wouldn't we? And we're also going to be taking a bunch of cavalry prisoner too, because you never know, if I end up losing a bunch of troops, then it is going to be extremely important for us to try to replenish those troops, and even if I have to do that through the use of recruiting enemy forces, then that is what I am going to have to do. Alright, so very quickly, let's go and get this. 50% resistance to getting staggered while mounted. I think that sounds pretty fun. I think I will probably go for that, because that means I think I have a chance not to get stopped by polearms, and in which case I am all for it. I absolutely love that. Okay, so let's level up one-handed once more. And this fellow is not really. Ooh, they've got some good units. I don't know why they're running away from me. They've got some good units. Look at this. They got some northern colonels right here. These guys are, well, they're all right. They're all right. But they do have some noble units as well in the form of mounted warlords. Yeah, mounted warlords are their noble type. As you can see, boom. Wow, yeah, these guys, whoa, no wonder they're doing so well against us, actually. It's quite funny. Alright, so let's just do a little bit of something here. This is going to be more difficult than the previous one, and we actually had some, I feel like we had some issues with that one, didn't we? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but it felt like we had a bit of trouble with it. So, yeah, a little bit, you know, a little bit in two minds about this, but we can try our best. Let's see if we can maintain our kill-death ratio, shall we say. Because I really do not want to lose more than 20 or so units fighting this, because if we do, then I'm going to have to go back and, you know, retrieve some... Is this an enemy right here? This is an enemy right here. Oh, hello there. I'm going to just shoot you a little bit. I really wish this guy wouldn't have such good armor. Oh well, never mind. We were able to eliminate him at least. Okay, so we're going to put these guys into a shield wall formation because the enemy's cavalry are going to charge them. Hopefully they're going to get stopped. Yeah, they're being very clever as well, as you can see. They're actually charging the side of the shield wall, which is really going to make a huge difference in general. Going to make a big difference to the amount of dispersion that they're going to get. Because if they were to charge like they are right now into the direct amount of my forces, they're just going to get clobbered. They're just going to get absolutely... Well, they should have gotten absolutely clobbered, but apparently they didn't. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? I actually hit that guy, but I only did 7 damage. Well, that's not very good, is it? Okay, well, let's get my archers over here as well. And... I think I'll probably just move my infantry a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. Obviously, they're going to take quite some time to get there because they are indeed in shield wall. Maybe I just want to put them back to something else, maybe. That might make sense, but we're doing some pretty decent damage here as well. Actually surprising I'm doing this much damage with an axe. Usually I am not very good with an axe on horseback, because most of them do tend to have pretty low reach, but we seem to be doing alright, not doing too badly. I mean, the damage is a bit low, but, you know, can't really do much about that unless we make a completely new weapon or something. And obviously I do need to level up my one-handed proficiency a bit more. That is really going to be a given, as you can see. Yeah, and we also need to hit them where it actually hurts, so in the neck and so on. Yeah, these guys are... Yeah, there we go, there we go. This is the kind of thing we want to see. We want to see them getting stuck, but unfortunately they actually seem to be getting through very, very simply, surprisingly enough. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, let's get my archers over here. Let's tell my own cavalry to charge in, because we do have a number of enemy cavalry quite nearby. So it probably makes sense to do that. And if we can just eliminate a couple more... Yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Very nice damage. Hopefully we can get some more of that. I just got shot. Yes. Or I just had a thrown weapon or something like that happen to me. That was very harsh. Probably going to end up dying here, actually. Maybe, all things considered. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It very much depends. If I get unlucky again, we might have some problems. And I have told my forces to now charge in. Hopefully that's going to be good enough. Are my forces actually clashing with them right now? I hope so. I need to get out my bow as well, but that's going to make me very, very likely to die. As you can see, that fellow is actually attempting to shoot me with his thrown weapon. Haha, yes, there it is. There is the thrown weapon. Wonderful. Oh well, never mind. I am actually losing very few units, as you can see right there. So it seems like we literally just, you know, bore them down a little bit. We just kind of wore them down and made everything much, much easier for us. Because they seem to charge their cavalry in, and obviously them charging their cavalry into our heavy infantry. That's just a recipe for disaster, in other words. And so there you go. All right, so we can now actually speed things up. This is exactly what we wanted to do, of course, and hopefully I will then be able to either distract enough vassals to come over to me so that my own forces can actually take something, or indeed lure an enemy army to engage them, and maybe they'll be able to actually do something with that. But yeah, maybe it would be a good idea for me to also maybe try to yeah, that's the thing. I don't really want to execute anyone. That's the thing. I do not want to execute anyone. Also, we are going to be able to potentially get my influence back up to 500, because obviously that is... I actually lost, I think, over 250 in influence, and that is, of course, very much to be expected because, well, we basically declared war against a faction when we are not supposed to. We certainly weren't supposed to do that, so yeah, that is a little bit unfortunate. But let's actually see where my armies are. He's here. Is he actually going to go and try to take Fairmarket? If he tries to take Fairmarket, then that's absolutely fantastic, because that's actually a pretty good fief to take for us, because we are, you know, further away from the north there. But the problem with him going to take that is that I am now here, and I'm out on a limb. So I'm going to have to watch out for a large army coming my way. Alright, so I just won a duel, and you remember how in a previous episode I actually wanted to win a duel and then force him to surrender? Well, apparently he is honoring this. This particular one is honoring this, because the previous one didn't. So we're just going to be capturing him straight up. And, oh, hello there. Ho ho ho. What do we have? Hold the door. Indeed. Indeed. How would you like to work for me instead? Maybe this bag of 7,800 will persuade you. You cannot buy my loyalty with gold. Are you serious? Are you serious, sir? Is he actually any good, by the way? Yeah, he has some really, really good two-handed skill, polearm skill, and one-handed. Wow, yeah, he's really good in regards to his combat skills. It would have been absolutely amazing if we could persuade him, but unfortunately I'm going to have to take him prisoner then. We'll take this fellow prisoner. Wow, that was super, super simple, wasn't it? Yeah, I basically just shot him in the face twice, and that was a clear-cut victory there, I suppose. Anyway, we're just going to be continuing to take cavalry, of course. And there's actually another vassal over here that we can do battle with. Maybe we can actually win all of these duels extremely easily and literally just take people prisoner that way. Maybe that's going to be a nice way to do it, actually.
That's close enough.
Alright, so let's have a look. I expect you to surrender. I think not. Our armies will clash in battle. Ah, okay, okay. So this guy actually wants to just straight up fight. I actually wonder whether that was what that fellow said beforehand, and maybe I just missed it. That might be it, because I do tend to miss things quite often, because I am commentating, and, you know, my mind is taken up by all kinds of other stuff, but yeah, that might very well be the case. Who knows? Anyway, he has a significant amount of infantry, as you can see, so it's probably just going to be infantry versus infantry. But in my case, my infantry are just going to batter his, in my opinion. I personally feel like the Iron Islands infantry are probably going to be much more powerful than the North, because the North noble units are indeed cavalry and not infantry. So, you know, thanks to the fact that I actually have a significant amount of those, we should actually have a pretty easy time of defeating him in infantry-based combat. Now, I will try not to die this time, because let's face it, don't really want to get myself killed, because I would prefer to continue playing as my character. Oh, dear. Continue playing as my character, thank you very much. Okay, is this guy actually doing damage to me with his thrown weapons? Surely not. Sure. What is he doing? Why is he going around in circles? I don't know why you're going around in circles, sir, but I will attempt to murder you. I will attempt to do so. Oh, that was actually, wow. Okay. That was. I'm gonna be the first person to say it. That was luck. All right. That was complete luck. That was not actually me having any kind of skill whatsoever. Would have been nice if I could say the otherwise, but yes, that is not how things go. No, those kinds of shots are literally just random. You can't really, you can't really mean to do that. Like, yeah, sure, you can kind of aim in the general direction, but most of the time with those quick fire shots, it's just going to be luck-based. So, yeah, there's also that. Anyway, we can actually just make our way over here, get our archers to actually shoot from the flank. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do. So, if I can get my archers over here, and then maybe I can get my cavalry over here too, we might be able to actually make something pretty cool work. Ow. Is he gonna kill me? Oh no. No, 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 no. You're not gonna kill me, sir. I'm going to run away. And we're gonna tell these guys to charge in. My archers will be hopefully coming in from the side. Yeah, they are coming in from the side. And now, because they're all fighting each other, this is actually going to make a pretty significant difference to how effective the archers are. Because as you can see, they're from the side here. The angle is not the best. Let's just say that. The angle is not the best. I actually thought that the angle was going to be slightly better than that. But unfortunately, I just didn't have enough time. Because my own forces were actually taking a little bit more damage than I wanted to from the enemy. Because the enemy, I think I underestimated them to have thrown weapons. I think they actually had quite a few thrown weapons. I think they do at least. Because I was hearing a bunch of shield noises, so that might have actually been from my own forces. You know, throwing thrown weapons at the opponent. That might have actually been the case. So, I'm not entirely sure about that. But whatever the case, there you go. That's it. That is indeed a wonderful victory for us. And this is the point. You see how easily these northern vassals are falling before us, and they're not anything special, you know what I mean? They're not anything special, so that's why I'm consistently thinking to myself, why are my people being so incredibly hesitant to engage the north? Because, I mean, you can see here, you know, they're not invincible by any means, and, you know, all things considered, they're probably going to be pretty simple for us to eliminate most of the time anyway. So it kind of makes me a bit weird, makes me, you know, feel a bit weird about that. I expect you to surrender. Oh, hello. I accept to meet you in honorable combat. Here we go. Let's begin the duel. Okay, so honorable combat. Does that include bringing out my bow and shooting him in the face twice? Oh no, it hit his shield. There we go. Okay, never mind. I didn't need twice this time. Well, technically I did, but the first one hit his shield. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, now we can capture him. Look at that. This is what I absolutely love about Realm of Thrones, by the way. I know this may seem like such a minor thing, but I love the dueling system. I think the dueling system is super, super fun because that's kind of how you might expect it to be, you know? So, for example, if you're not, you know, if you're actually fighting against an honorable vassal and they feel like they can win in a duel type situation, I feel like it's pretty cool. You know, it's pretty cool to actually have that possibility of you being able to achieve victory just through one-on-one combat in comparison to going on the field. Of course, that's the thing. Maybe he thinks that he has a greater chance of winning because maybe he thinks that my army is much stronger than his. I mean, it's very clear that it is, actually. And maybe that's maybe that's his only shot, you know? Maybe that's his only chance to achieve victory against us. And that very well could be the case too. Anyway, I don't think there are that many people around here that I can actually call to my army, and I actually didn't really want to spend any influence because it's actually going to cost me a great deal, as you can see right here. So yeah, well, I will try. There's another vassal here. All right, well, let's actually see what's going on here. A forester. Oh, what? Okay, look at that. 53 mounted warlords.
Stop that.
Okay, these guys have literally just... I don't even know what's happening with the north right now. I expect you to... Oh, she's actually... Okay, wait a minute. I'm very surprised about this. I never would have expected her with 53 mounted warlords. I mean, really, this is not a good idea for her to do this. Because she probably would have absolutely clobbered us on the field. But look at what has happened now. What? Look, we can literally take 53... you know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking. I'm just going to get rid of some of these guys. And we're just going to take a lot of these. Don't really want to take too many because my prisoners are going to slow me down by a pretty significant margin. And if we do have a situation where we need to run away or something like that, then we're going to be caught pretty badly. So, yeah, that's something that we've got to be very careful of here. And... Oh, no. Are you seriously going to come and besiege this now? This guy was actually taken prisoner as well. By Andrew Locke? Where is he? I don't know where he is, but... Okay, did they actually take Fairmarket down there? No, they didn't. Okay, you absolute imbeciles. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. It would have been so much easier for them to just go ahead and take that. That would have been an absolutely fantastic masterstroke from us here, because I'm just keeping these really, really small little vassals busy, and they can just very quickly take Fairmarket. It's obviously worth much more than some random castle, but of course the random castle might actually be really valuable to us in the form of renown farming. Obviously someone very handily said in the comments on a previous episode that one of the best ways of renown farming is obviously going ahead and defending in a siege, and defending with a smaller party than what you might normally go with. And oh wow, she doesn't want to, even though we are just going to auto-resolve against her and just absolutely murder in every single respect. Yeah, that was a bit weird for her to decide that as well, but there you go. Anyway, yeah, so a siege defense would actually be super, super fun. And aha, hello there, sir. Okay, so wait a second. What's actually going on here? Are you really wanting to fight?
What do you want, Street?
Okay, that's kind of weird. I don't know why he would want to fight us right here. Oh, should I challenge him to a duel? No, he doesn't want to. Of course he doesn't want to. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. If he doesn't want to, then that is his prerogative, you know. It's all fine and dandy, because we are more than likely not going to have too many issues. Can you tell I'm very confident? Oh, yes. very, very confident here, as they have 154 cavalry. Okay, they have 154 cavalry. You know what that means. You know what that means, right? I have 69, actually. That's actually not too bad. But you know what that means. We are literally just going to be holding position here. And that's it. We're just going to be holding position here, telling my cavalry to charge in. And we're just going to be attempting to murder as many of them as possible. Close quarters combat. Just get them dead real fast. And yeah, this is a huge, huge problem for us specifically. But if we can actually eliminate a bunch of them in this massive globule of units, then we're actually going to be fine and we'll probably win. But I should tell my forces to charge in now, actually, because we want them to be a bit more aggressive. There we go. Things working out. Not too bad. Gonna tell these guys to skirmish. And my cavalry is also charging them, so that's pretty good. My axe really I need to upgrade my axe, I feel. I really need to upgrade my axe, or I need to use something else. I don't know whether I'm going to use an axe forever. Ow. Really did not want to take that damage. Okay, so far so good. Is everything working out? Yeah, I think so, right? Okay, we're going to have to tell them to move into a normal position once again. I'm actually going to make them go like... Can I actually do this? There we go. Something like that. There we go. That's a little bit easier. And then we're just going to put them back into a shield wall formation. And then whenever the enemy decides to charge at us again with a significant amount of their troops, then we will try to perform another charge. Because that's the thing. Being aggressive, being aggressive in really, really important situations, that is when it is very much worth it. But as it stands right now, we just really need to draw them in. And then we can be aggressive again. For example, you can see here, there's a bunch of them coming. Maybe it's a good idea to charge now, or maybe not. Maybe we should just actually leave them in a shield wall. I don't know how effective that is. Don't really want to die here, so I'm just going to move out. And my archers are doing a relatively decent job. How are my cavalry doing? I don't know, actually, so... Okay, we've got to be a bit careful. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it coming. I can see it coming from a mile away, but I still did it. And that just goes to show that only the most foolish of individuals will play like I do. Yes. Just joking, of course. But anyway, the point is, I think we are probably fine. We're not losing too many units of our own, which is obviously good. We've eliminated 112 of... Wow. My own forces are literally carrying this entire engagement by the looks of things. And, well, the enemy did... Yeah, no, we did actually carry it quite handily. Oh, no, never mind. Maron actually did a lot of damage too. Had a lot of Ironborn Buccaneers. Oh, this guy actually did good damage too. Okay, never mind. I wasn't carrying it hugely, but there you go. We actually did get 21 renown, which is okay. Not too bad. That's obviously a lot better than what we have been getting so far. And I do need to actually capture, or should we say rescue, a bunch of people. I do need to actually rescue some people so that my prisoner capacity increases. Can I actually... oh, yeah, that's not going to work out too well, is it? Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to make that work. I need to actually get rid of some of these guys then. That's sad. Oh well, never mind. Can't really help that. Okay, so let's actually see what's happening now, because we are more than likely going to be able to take this castle. I think it's going to be it's a given pretty much at this point, because we have 900 plus allied troops coming in. They're going to be taking it, and for me personally, I can always help them if we want to, or we can just continue to skirmish against various other randoms. This guy is attempting to attack these bandits. Not a big fan of that, sir. Right. So there we go. We will actually attack you. There we are. Oh, okay. Hello. We've got a duel. Okay, this is fantastic. Oh, you are a bow person too. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, never mind. Okay. Whew. I was actually lucky that I could see, because it was really dark. So I was thinking to myself, oh no, I'm not going to be able to see. Oh, you won the... You have won the duel. However, the dishonorable lord refuses to surrender. See, now that's what actually happened beforehand, and I didn't realize. I didn't read that message, so that's the reason. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, yeah, I think we can probably move on. Don't really need to worry too much. And see, this is the reason why preventive medicine is one of the strongest perks in the whole game. Because literally 30% of recovery lost hit points after each battle. So that's the thing. You saw me, I was down at like, what, 1%? Then I went up to 40%, and then I went up to 70%. It was actually crazy. Or I was down at some percentage or whatever. Anyway, we can actually... Yeah, this guy thought I was going to get him, so he's going into a battle against bandits. Yeah, that's not really going to work out too well. We can go for a duel. All right. let's see if she's going to be dishonorable once again. Oh, doesn't have a shield. That's a huge problem for her, isn't it? Yeah, that's really, really bad. No shield. I have a bow. Well, that's all she wrote, isn't it? And there you go. No, she's actually going to be honorable about it, so that's actually quite nice. And then we can move on once again, capturing a bunch of people here in the process. The North is going to want to make peace, by the way. And this is also a bit of a problem in itself, because the AI that we have is probably going to give it to them. Oh no, actually, wait. What do we got going on here? Aha. Okay, this is actually kind of bad. The main reason why this is bad is because the AI over here, Mr. Wex Sunderly, is not doing anything to help us in regards to helping Mr. Goodbrother. So that is a bit of a problem, because now this massive army right here has over 1,000 units and is very easily going to be able to defeat Wex, and now we are going to be in an even worse position than before. Oh dear. Never mind. Alright, well, on that rather disappointing note, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.